Hello everyone, this is FallenDice and welcome to episode 8 of Burpcraft Feed the Beast with FallenDice. Today's going to be a little bit different of an episode. Up until now we've been playing with bees a lot. Not that I won't play with bees more. And we've been playing with my spawn house a lot. Not that we won't play with that anymore either. But the reason why today's a fun day, because of this. There's our descriptive book. Last night on the live stream, RenEvo finally gave us our books. And I'd like to say it's because we all were, nice, well-behaved members of the Burpcraft Society, and due to our well-behaved and all that, he felt the goodness in his heart to give us our books. But to be honest, I think it was because we harassed the heck out of him last night, and he couldn't even build anything, and he got so yeah, that he wanted to just go where we couldn't go. So last night, RenEvo got his book, went to his new age, and nobody's been there yet because nobody has access. But the plus side to all this is that now we can do this, and it must be on this one. Yep, there we go. There's our go. Because now we can do this. And it was all good fun. I mean, we were, I should say, not all of us were, but we have a good time on the live streams. But yes, it is finally time to venture off into what will be our new home. So, descriptive book. What do we want? And I've played it quite a bit with this, with the multiple different choices and biomes. And my other choices have all come out stable with all my different choices. So, one thing I'm going to take out, though, is I've been putting this autumn woods in a lot just because I like the look of it, and I was thinking maybe of making my village there. But man, that seems to be the one that ends up everywhere. So I'm not so sure anymore now. Now, I do know for sure that I want my extreme jungle. That is for absolute sure, because I need the height for my cavern. We will be putting my cavern in again, and I need the height for that. Let's see, what else do we want? We also want... I want ocean for sure. I want to have, that spread out between everything. I tried with rivers before, but I've realized that by going with huge biomes, those rivers are monstrous. So I'm not so sure about that at the moment. Now, I may come back in this a little bit more and add a few more things before I actually visit the age, because I can still continue to add things up until the point I use the book. So, yeah, let me think about this a little bit more. So I'm gonna come back because we get one book and one book only. So whatever we do, we're stuck with it. So let me think a little bit more on this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back again. So yeah, extreme jungle for sure, and ocean. I also gotta have a desert. I like the difference between the way things look with the desert and the lush. So it kind of looks cool when it's up against it. Extreme hills though, I was doing that before, but I don't know if I really need it, because I could always take and burn down the jungle to make it. I mean, it does give me the ability to harvest emeralds, but I already have a place in the regular I can do that. What I am thinking of, though, is this forested island, because it's something to go inside the ocean. So, let's see, we got the extreme jungle, ocean, desert so far. So we'll go with this forested island, I think. I don't want any of the cold, or the mini, or even the regular. I got the extreme. I think that may just be about it. The only ones I was playing with before, other than this, were forested hills, which I'm not going to go with, extreme hills, and autumn woods. And that's a tough one. I do like how it looks, but the majority of what I'm going to be doing is underground. No, we're gonna do it. We'll go with the autumn woods. I think I am gonna make when I do recreate my village, I'm gonna put it in an autumn woods instead of a jungle this time. So, all right, we are going with huge biomes, and the reason for that is I wanted to go with large just so I'd have more stuff nearby. But when I kept going in and looking at all the possibilities that I was given, none of them were big enough for what my cavern. I mean, they were maybe 150 blocks or up to like 175 blocks in width, but my cavern is going to be almost 300 blocks by itself, so had to go with huge. Standard lighting, normal sky, even though I seem to end up getting weirdness anyway. So if I get something different in here, it is what it is. Caves I want. Dungeons I want. I don't want mine shafts. It's too much of a pain inside my caverns and things like that. And I can always go anywhere to find mine shafts. Ravines, yep. And villages. Now I tried playing with strongholds when I was researching my world, and I got stable worlds with strongholds. The thing is even when you fill the Eyes of Ender into the portal, it doesn't activate. So it's like the Nether. You can't make a Nether portal inside an age, and you can't activate the stronghold from inside the age. So it really wasn't much of a point to it. So we'll leave that off. Let's see, standard terrain. We want normal time and normal weather. And reason I don't care about the weather is most of the time, again, I will be underground. As far as world modifier, I'm not going to use anything on this. We're just going to leave it because we want stable. So there we go. Extreme jungle, ocean, desert, forested island, autumn, huge biome, standard lighting, normal sky, caves, dungeons, ravines, villages, standard terrain, normal time, and normal weather. There we go. Now we take it, put it over here, and we'll change the name of this. Land of the Fallen. There we go. And we're going to put follow and an interlinking on there. That way when I use this, it actually will stay on my person. And then of course I've got my return books here as well. We don't want to get stranded anywhere. Alright, well, let's see what we get. Crossing our fingers, hoping for something good. Looks like we're going to get a red sunset. Like I said, it's kind of weird. Even though you put in normal sky, you still get the interesting colors. So what did I do? I ended up in the middle of the ocean. And actually, you know what else I forgot? I forgot to bring me any extra books so that I can make a new linking book for where I want my spawn area to be. Alright, let's go to spawn. Let me grab me a few supplies and then I'll come back and we'll go explore. Alright, so here we are. We've got some books. We got some oak wood planks so that we can make some boats, because it looks like we're going to be sailing for a while. And we are off again. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put you in here. You don't need to ever be used again. We'll go ahead and make one that brings us to our spawn point. Set you off there. And then let's pick a direction. Yeah, we're going to go this way. Alright, so let's make us a boat. And then we'll head off and try to find some land. And I may end up... Why are you not letting me put the boat in the water? There we go. I may end up having to do time-lapsing of this because I don't know how long it's going to take me to find anything. But we'll keep looking. But, you know, I don't mind. I think it must be red sunsets because the rest of the sky looks pretty white. It's just on the edges. That looks kind of cool. I guess I don't mind that. Alrighty. Oop. Did we find some autumn woods already? That didn't take long. Now, what I'm looking for is my extreme jungle, because that's what I need to be able to have my cavern put in. Acatera here shortly will be taking and MC editing the giant cavern that I had dug out and just putting a box around the cavern and then burying it back underground again. That way I can continue digging through there instead of having to restart. Because I literally spent a good month and a half, 2 months digging that tunnel out, so it was nice of them to offer me that. But I need to find a good place for it, and it's got to be extreme because I think I started the top of the cavern started at about level 80, so I need to have the height for at least where the beginning of it is. Here we go. Already found ourselves some extreme jungle. So yeah, there's nice height there. And then from inside the middle, then I can start spreading out. Because eventually it gets down to like level 60 and 50 and 40 for some of the roofs and areas like that. So, all right. Well, that didn't take long at all, actually. And I just need to get up there and see how far in it goes. So far, it looks like it's just a peninsula. Hopefully, it goes pretty far inland as well. But let's see. Pull up the map. There we go. Yeah, this looks promising. Actually, this looks very promising because one of the things I wanted was to have an area for my farms to be underwater. And this little cove here looks like it would be perfect to place it. Make spheres underwater interlinked and things like that to have all my gardens in. Use the forestry farms inside of them. At least that's the plan. Nice, I like this. This has some good promise. I think I may end up. This may be our new home, and of course I've got the autumn forest biome right over here, so I could have my village rather close, so it won't be as difficult to bring them back and forth. Because eventually I'd like to populate the underground city with villagers as well. So, all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do a little exploring on my own up in here. Look for the best place to center my cavern, and I may not. I don't know how much I'll record again until I can actually really get in and do something, unless I maybe decide to work on the village or something while I'm waiting for my cavern. So, anyway, ooh, I like the sunset. So anyway, that's where we are for right now, and I'll be back when I have new fun things to report for you guys. All right, so I went through a bit of work making a nice. I can't really put my mouse on there. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you see that straight edge down there. That was a stairway coming up from where we initially found this area. Unfortunately, I don't think this is big enough to be my cavern. Especially considering at the middle, I'm down here in the depths. The biggest problem is going to be the ocean on the other side. Because I think I need to at least be like level 50 or 60 at the height of everything. So I almost have to be at ground level at least for the cavern because of some of the heights of the other things I'm doing. So, and we'll come over and check this out real quick. But, yeah, definitely not tall enough. So, what does that mean? That means, let's head back over here again. That means that this is not going to be our final area, but it does kind of fit in with how I did it on my last world, on the last Burpcraft. And that was, I had built that cool temple with some puzzles in it that led to our rail cart ride to take us to the final temple area. So what I'm thinking is, I don't think I'm going to be doing the rail cart to get to there. But somewhere down here in the center, I'm going to make a book right about here. That's about the middle center area. We will give ourselves a temple that we'll build down here. And we'll give it some puzzles. I have some cool new ideas for some puzzles as well, having to do with the new Redstone update that's coming out in a couple weeks. So we'll add that stuff in. And what that'll do is it'll lead us to a separate room that'll have a book stand with a linking book, and that'll take us to our next area. So that'll work here. We'll still use this. This will be kind of like the path you have to take to get to my final base. So you'll have to go up through the stairway, and I'll make some kind of cool broken path that'll lead you all the way down into here. You find the ruined temple, solve the puzzles, and it'll take you to the next step, whether that's the actual final base or maybe a staging area near the final base where we can put in some more cool, fun stuff to do. But that gives me the ability to add some more of what was in our last one back to this one, even though I don't think that I'm going to try and recreate the minecart ride. Maybe. Well, no, we'll see. But, yeah. So far that's where we are. So, looks like I'm going to have to go and get back in the boat and do some more exploring and try and find a larger jungle area. Hopefully one that's big enough to house what we need. So, anyway, that is our update, and I will see you guys in a few. It looks like we found some villagers nearby. How to explain this? I think if you head straight up, we'll head to basically, I went straight down from where my stairway was, so we're not that far away. So we'll create yet another linking book over here. So this first one was the center, so I'm going to keep them in my head where they are, so it'll make it easier to name them. So this will be the village. Alright, and then I'll continue on. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to possibly get all these villagers killed, because I will need villagers eventually, and it's nice to have them close. Alright, so let's take a peek at this one. This looks interesting. I've got a desert below me. We got some extreme jungle ahead of me. Some grass over there. So I don't know how deep in this jungle goes. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our jetpack. And we're going to fly on up and see what we can find out up here. Hopefully this is a good one. And let's get our our map out so we can see. Again, like I was saying earlier, I need this thing, at least the ground level, to be... Ooh. Oh, okay. At least the ground level to be at 300 by 300 or so, just for the size of the cavern. And it looks like we may have found it. So far I have to explore this further out, but from the looks of things, I think I've got the size, because it looks like this one goes all the way down to that autumn biome down there. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space now. This will be big enough, so I'm just going to need to explore this all and get this all kind of mapped out. But I think this will work. This will do. Let's see. Let's get all the way down to the bottom though. How far does it go? Oh yeah, easy. Okay, good. I don't mind it being at this level, because this is still, I mean, even high enough for my top level, and then it goes even higher. So I could even add in some other cool, different features into here if I wanted to. All right. Okay. Well, let me try and find a good center spot where I want to center this at, and we'll mark that off, and then we'll head back, and maybe we'll play a little bit on that entry area today. I think that'll be our first project, is to kind of get ourselves a path down to where that temple will go, clear out a space for the temple, and then maybe start looking at how we want to actually design the temple. If we want to make it, I want to make it kind of similar to the one I did over there, but with the micro blocks. I have a lot more choices to pick from now, and ways I can decorate it up. So anyway, that's where we are for the moment, so I will be back soon. Alright, so here we are. We got the center of my cavern, and while it looks like the top has been taken off, it's because of clouds. That's how high up we are. 122 is the spot for the center of my cavern, or where it's going to go. As you can see, you can't see anything except for maybe some autumn forest a little bit towards the bottom right. But we have plenty of room here for what we need to do. So that's good. So with that done, I think it's time to come back here. This is going to be kind of like our boat dock. Maybe I'll look into some boat dock designs to do something down here to make it, you come into the world over there, sail over to here, and then we head up top. And now, like I said, now we've got to work out some type of path to make it over to our temple entrance. And now I use jungle wood right now. I was trying to think of, like, maybe doing something, to look like an older path. So bricks and stone bricks and some gravel, and kind of intermixing that along the way. I'll have to think about how I can do that. But maybe instead of using the jungle stairs like I have here, we could actually do some stone brick stairs using the cracked and mossy stone brick to take us up the path. And yeah, but I'll worry about that part later, the final decorative part. I think what we need to do first off, though, is we need to actually get the path to there, and that'll be the fun part. You know what I should have done? Well, I can do that right now. Let's see. I love having these books here. So we're going to go to the temple location. Here at the Cavern Center, because we'll be coming back to the jungle stairway. Okay, we'll go to the temple location, and we're going to make ourselves a waypoint, so I have an idea of which direction I'm heading to. Alright, and then we'll head back. Now I know exactly which direction I'm heading, so I can kind of start to fit the path around the shape of the mountains and the hills and stuff like that. And all we're going to do for the beginning part is clear out our jungle and stuff. And I will also put out too something I hadn't realized before up until now, was the chainsaw gives you actual blocks like it's a shears. And I don't have silk touch around here. It's just got fortune. So I mean, I get lots of saplings as well. So this is just the way they're designed. I didn't realize that, but with a lap pack on, on a full charge, you can definitely do a lot of damage to a jungle for a lot cheaper than having to make a whole bunch of shears and keep putting them on or swapping them out. So kind of excited about that. So anyway, I'm going to just kind of get to work on this, see how the design works out, and then I'll come back and show you guys the path we have, and then we'll start working on how we want to pave our path. So, alright, I'll be back in a few. Alright, so started to clear out a little bit here. Show you the pathing I've chosen for us, and this is definitely going to be a rough path. It's not going to be like your real smooth type one you're used to. Jagged edges coming down like this, backing around here, up top, and I use the torches to kind of help me out with the seeing it as I'm building it, and at night I'll probably leave torches as well, because you don't want it to be overcrowded with too many mobs, but it's it helps you to track where you're going. So I like this. Now I just got to go get me the materials that I'm going to use, and then we'll kind of play around with what matches well to look like a very, very old path that no longer exists, to the point like we have the cracked stone brick, but in the places where it got even worse, it even turned to gravel. So let me go back to town, get us some resources, and then we'll come back and start playing with the path. And in addition, I got to figure out exactly where I'm going to build the temple. And I was thinking maybe even have it built into this wall. I kind of like the idea of that, to look like they actually dug into the wall and use the outside to do some of the designs and the carvings, and then it goes into the actual mountain, and that'll give me a lot more room for redstone and things as well, because I don't have to worry about how pretty it looks from the outside, because I'll have just be able to dig out whatever I need in the mountain. So anyways, I will be back. Alright, so we've been busy. Went to the stronghold, and actually our stronghold falls between two sides of a ravine. So I got to the other side of the ravine, and I did me some mining. So I've got plenty of cracked stone, plenty of mossy stone, some regular stone and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with the stairway. Now the unfortunate part with this is, let me go over here and grab some of this. If I take the cracked or the mossy, actually I need at least 6 of each. I'll just do that. Okay. If I take the cracked or the mossy, like mossy, and I put it in the stairs, I don't get a mossy stone brick stairs. I get a straight up stone brick stairs. And it's the same with the cracked brick as well. So what I decided to do instead is we'll just use our micro blocks here. So we've got our stone brick slab and our slab strip. So what we do here is where we want to throw in one of our broken ones. Just go like that. And there we go. Now we've got a cracked stone brick stair. And we can stick that right next to our regular one. And that'll kind of fit in like going up and, you know, like you normally would with your stronghold, your ruins and things like that. So I'm gonna play around with this heading up to the top, and then we'll see how she looks when we get all the way up to the top there. So anyways, I will be back shortly. Alright, so here is our stairway up. And I definitely think that the mossies actually came out looking really good. Cracked ones don't maybe match up as well. The color's a little bit off too, but I think that has to do with the lighting bugs and whatnot. So if they ever get that straightened out, then this will look a little bit better. But yeah, so you got like the broken and mossy ones intermixed in with regular ones, which is kind of how we're going to do the path up here as well. But it definitely gives it a older, beaten down look. And here's kind of what it's going to look like up here. Throwing these in like this. And I still have to think if I want to at times put in some cobble and some gravel to see how that looks. Let me just grab a stack of each of these, and we can get an idea how they're all going to look. Gravel. Do I have any cobble? Thought I had cobble at some point. It's over here. There we go. Okay. And then some regular stone. Okay. Head back up here real fast. Take a peek and see how she looks. You know, if it doesn't match, it doesn't match. So we just don't go without it. But I'm kind of curious to see what different effects we can try with our different block types here. So, alright, here we go. So we already got that. Throw you in here like this. A couple over there. And then maybe gets really bad here. So let's see, if we throw a cobble in, and then back with the stone around it again. And then, there's that, and then if we were to just put in our regular stone brick in amongst this. Yeah, that just looks better. Okay, well, we don't need to go with the cobble or the gravel, but that does look kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to play some more with this, and I think I'm going to use like some half slabs to kind of make the drops down here. So let's see, we'll grab some of each of these, and I'll come back and when I've got a little more progress made, because I think it'd be kind of boring to watch, you know, a lot of
a bunch of this going on, but there we go. So anyway, I will be back shortly. And here is our path. I think it actually looks pretty good. It does look like it's the remains of an old, old road. Got lots of areas with moss and cracked, a few good areas left. It really follows a terrain, I think, down. So it's not like your normal just road that just makes straight lines and stuff through. And then, of course, then we arrive here, which is where we're going to be building our temple. I think what I'll do is before our next episode, I'm going to start clearing this area out, level it, get it prepared for us to start building the temple, and then do a little planning for exactly how I want the temple to look. So anyway, lots and lots of stuff to do. We finally finally in our age, can start moving ahead with the big plans, and eventually here we'll get the old cavern back. We can start working on that again as well. But I think we'll hold off on that for a little bit, just so we can get the preparations for getting to there. Because I think that's kind of the cool part about the whole design, was that it wasn't just a one big area. It was an adventure to get to it. So I'm looking forward to that part again. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.